That's a cool view.
This here is your knuckle.
Oh.
Those are cotton picking nice seats. Maybe snag the one out of this. I couldn't get past the rear taillights. I thought they were hideous.
I like them, they're cute.
I don't know why, but I like these things.
Let the adventure continue. Welcome back to drybonesgarage. Typically in a normal episode you'll find us working in the garage with our 63 Corvair hot rod, but this episode's going to be a bit different. This week we decided to visit a local boneyard in order to find some seats as well as some other parts, so I hope you guys enjoy. Smile.
Take a peek at this little Cobalt here. This might have, I saw another two-door over there in white.
Hey Dad.
Yeah.
Can you explain what we're doing here, or what our goal is?
I'm not sure what our goal is yet. We're trying to find parts for your car. Seats. If we can find a set that aren't absolutely thrashed. Nope. Try it either. No.
No.
No, those are nasty. Mustang. You like Mustang seats?
I don't know what they look like.
Not god awful. Not too wide. Maybe an option. Keep poking around. We need to find their G-bodies, see if we can get a pedal and a cable. We want to find seats. If we can find a two-wheel drive S10 in here, we want to get the knucks out of it, the loaded knuckles. And if it's a fairly fresh one, we'll just take the A-arms too, maybe. And that'll save us having to clean up and rebush yours. That sure looks G-body.
It looks familiar.
Yep. Okay, that's a four-wheel. Not even worth climbing down for. If we can find a set of Pontiac Roads, they kind of resemble the wheels off of early first-gen Camaro. I think might be kind of sharp on your car. If we can find a matched set of those, that'd be nice. And I'm not sure what all else we need from there. I had a list in my head. Hey. Ew. Yep, that's mold.
Mold.
Those would need some real scrubbing, but they've got some pretty good lateral support. If you did start throwing that car around, they're not great, but it's a whole lot better than what that car came with. Here's an even smaller car with bucket seats. Ooh, those are tiny.
Would those work for the Corvair?
Yeah. They work for you too. Those are perfect.
Do you want to keep an eye on this car?
Yeah, we want to think about this one.
Is there a way we could like reupholster them?
Well, we're going to have to reupholster everything in the car, kiddo.
Okay.
You know that.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't make sense to leave the mold. That's a cool view.
Yeah, it is. I like this boneyard. We'll have to see about other options, see if there's something better in here we can find. But those I think would work really nice. Just looking at them.
What's the name of this car?
That's a Saturn, jeez. I don't know what that thing is. I want to say it's going to be an SL of some sort, but I'm probably wrong. I'm not big on Saturns. I don't see anything on it identifying it. I know it's a Saturn. That's about it. Here's another tiny turd and a two-door. Ew.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, these are just some crappy covers. These have gotten really soggy too.
Aren't we looking for something other than seats?
I actually feel like
well?
good bolstering. Yeah, we're looking for a few different things. But I haven't seen anything that presents what we're looking for yet. And we don't want to just grab the first thing. We want to grab what makes the most sense. So if there's a better option, we want to look at it, right?
Right. Hey Dad, was Saturn like a... I don't hear it a whole lot.
It was GM's answer to Japanese competition of the day. See, like right here.
What?
Look at these seats. They're a little newer. They're a little boxier. Yeah, and a lot more chewed up. Too bad. They don't quite have the same bolstering and they're pretty chewed. 68, 9 Chevelle. Oh, what a shame. That said, nowadays that's fixable. I don't know what the rest of it looks like. Oof.
What?
Ah, skunk. There's a skunk around here. Let's make our exit before we end up
Sprayed?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'd still be giddy to find one of those. If that is what I think it is. Though I haven't seen one up close. Hey, look at this. G-body. With a gas pedal and a throttle cable. We want a picture of this puppy.
This thing looks familiar.
I want the seats out of this. Well, I have a console that I wanted to put in the Malibu.
Yeah.
But you can't with the 60-40 split. You take these and reupholster them to match the rest of the interior and then put that console in. And I've been looking specifically for Monte Carlo because they fit the car, you know?
What? Hood scoop?
Yeah.
It's a small one.
Yep. Now, is this built off the Fox platform? You could have some fun. Well, we'll get to that another day. I'm afraid to get under this thing. Yeah, it's just pretty rough. Michigan car. It'd be fun to take a Sonata and do something with it just to mess with people's heads. But it's so far beyond my, if I'm honest, those things scare me.
Huh. Is that because they're new or foreign or something?
They're very foreign. I don't know anything about them.
Weren't you talking about hot rodding the one we have, or like as a joke?
Yeah, I think it'd be hilarious. Do an LS swap, rear driving one of those things. Once the motor's blown. What is that, mauve? Taupe. Yeah, somebody got the knucks off of this one.
The nuts?
The knucks, the knuckles. Okay, they got one knuckle. These things, the diameter of the rotors are just marginally bigger, but if I remember right, the rotors are a little thicker and you can get twin piston calipers on these things. The brakes are better on these than you can get on a G-body. So if we can find a set of loaded knuckles, I want to grab the entire assembly and put it on your car.
Can you show me what a knuckle is?
No, it's missing on this one. It's also called a spindle. This here is your knuckle.
Oh.
But we can't use that one unless we want to make your car an all-wheel drive monster, but then we'd have to start spending a lot more money on it. And I think you want to drive that thing rather than sit on it for years, right?
Right. Do the brakes kind of go in there? Or like...
Yeah, your rotor will sit on this, your caliper bolts to this. We're going to delve into that in your car here pretty soon. That's why I'm looking for the knuckles. We're either going to rebuild what you got, or I should say replace what you have. We'll have to look at the spindles necessarily if we go that route.
Try not to trip on everything. It's kind of hard out here.
Ooh, well, it's too bad that's a Mordor. Get some posh seats for you.
Some what seats?
Cadillac.
Leather. I wonder if that's real leather.
Oh yeah, I love that smell.
Small enough? Are they small enough?
Probably not. They're pretty big seats. You know, actually, I shouldn't say that. They're the right width.
Yeah.
But they're so massive, you know, front to back, they take up a lot of space. It just wouldn't look right in that car.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Do we have a budget?
That got blown out the door a year ago.
I'm just thinking that the seats might cost stuff.
They're going to cost something. It depends. You know, when we were in Oklahoma, I went to the local U-Pull-It store and I got the seats for the that are in the Cutlass. If I remember right, I paid $35 a piece for those. But that was, what, 6 years ago now? 7 years ago?
That looks like a really small car.
This is a kit.
A kit?
Yep. And this is built off a Volkswagen chassis.
When you say kit, do you mean like somebody literally had a kit and followed the directions to build this? Or?
Probably. We don't know that they followed the directions, but yeah, they bought that body offline, or off of, probably out of a magazine or a catalog, and they put that on their Volkswagen frame. Ooh.
Huh.
Hop in that thing.
It looks pretty clean.
The seats are more boy racer than what we were looking at. I mean, they're not necessarily gonna fit in the car, but holy crap, these are nicer enough and in nice shape too. I mean, we wouldn't have to do anything with those to bolt them in and, you know, have you be able to drive the car.
Yeah.
They just would have to be redone for appearance, you know, and depending on your priorities and what we do, if we start, you know, taking temporary shortcuts, like not reupholstering stuff, we could get the road or car on the road much quicker and then come back next fall and reupholster. But those are cotton picking nice seats. And I mean, despite the fact that they're tall, the profile is narrow enough where I don't think it's gonna come screaming at you, you know, watching a car go down the road. From behind it's gonna be obvious, or the front.
Yeah.
What do you think of those?
They look sportier than the other ones. I like these.
You like these? Do you want these? Is what I'm asking you.
Yes.
Okay, all right, we'll take a picture of this thing. We want these, we want the pedal and the cable out of that other Monte Carlo, wherever the heck it is.
Didn't you say something about a Saturn?
We were looking at the seats in that Saturn,
Yeah,
but those seats would need to be reupholstered. This thing is still dry. These seats are in good shape, looking at them.
Will they fit, or did you measure?
They're actually smaller than the Saturn seats, side to side.
Huh.
There should be no problem getting them in the car.
What you looking at?
Put this thing on a bubble caprice.
Yeah.
I mean, the floors are gone, but the body's here enough. This is gorgeous. She's hurt, obviously. That was somebody's pride and joy. Front end is there. The car is complete. Oh, man. I like this thing. Here we go. Here's where she smuckered. Rot's a rust, but this would be, if I got this thing, that's what it would be though, is it'd be a patina rod. We'd do very similar to what we're doing with your car probably. Just I'd do it on a bigger frame, like a Caprice or something like that. We'd have to figure out wheelbases, you know, track width, all that jazz. You don't see a lot of people actually building these. Okay, unmolested throttle cable, and it's got a gas pedal. This one's got a fancier one in it though. I don't know if we care about that or not. It's just plastic, but maybe snag the one out of this. You don't see people doing much with these. You see the Monte Carlos all over the place. A lot of Cutlasses. I'd like to find one of these. The Buicks, oh my God, the Buicks. But that Grand National, man, that thing. I'm not seeing any two-wheel drive Blazers or S10s yet. Is this what I think it is? This is a DTS, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. One of those in your car would be a little ripper.
What is it?
It's a 3.6 liter high option, I think is what they call it. But those are good for about 336 horse. A friend of mine, I was talking to him about upgrading from the Hyundai, getting something a little fresher, but I want something a little sportier. And I started doing a little poking. He's got a little Turbo 4 on the lot right now. I'm like, I think I want the 6, at least. If I could afford a Blackwood, I'd be all over it, but those things are money. And I really, you know, as long as we're here, I don't want to be buying something that nice because it's just going to disintegrate. So just something that's peppy and fun to drive with about 100,000 fewer miles on it. I never could cotton up to these things when they were on the road.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't get past the rear taillights. I thought they were hideous. I don't know who at Oldsmobile decided to start taking their styling cues from an egg, but it's kind of too bad. Oldsmobile is a nice car, well built.
I don't mind the tail lights.
I don't mind them anymore, but I just did not like them. Hated them. Thought they were too big for the car.
I like them, they're cute. We actually used to have one of these, or something similar at least. Except I think our interior was gray instead of tan. It was a good car. We had to sell it when times got tough though.
The bolt pattern is different, but these things had a beefed up T5. Not this one though. That trans probably isn't going to be any better than the one that's in your car. Shell.
Shell? Does that mean everything was scraped out of it?
I'm guessing there's no engine or trans in it. It's a Tragimatic, but...
What's a Tragimatic? Is that automatic?
It's an automatic. And obviously I'm not a fan of automatics. I learned in a manual. I prefer a manual.
Second gen Camaro?
Yep.
Weren't you talking about one of those? Or like
Yeah.
the hood, you kind of look like?
Yeah, your hood kind of resembles that of a second gen. Oh my gosh.
What?
I'd still like to do something with one of these. Granted, ideally it'd be one of the last of the GTs. And this is even a fun car. She's a 3-pedal. Take like a Cobalt SS, a little turbo Ecotec in it, put it in this thing.
Yeah.
This would be a little ripper. It's a Pinto Stang.
What's a Vento Stang?
Pinto Stang. I forget what generation this is, but I'm not big on Fords, but this is a Mustang.
Yeah.
They went from a good sized pony car to kind of a bloated cow. I mean, it was still a heck of a muscle car in its day, but it went basically from pony car to muscle car to Econo box. All the underpinnings on this, as I understand, are based off of a Pinto, which aren't great cars. But, you know, it was a Mustang.
I wonder if you can go inside that van.
What, the RV?
Oh yeah, the RV, sorry.
Well, let's check it out. Wendy's glory.
All the 70s glory.
Yeah, right down to the green shag.
It smells nice in here.
Surprisingly not bad.
An old type of nice. Mm-hmm. Let the adventure continue.
All right, let's go.
What do you have there? Is that a hubcap?
Yep, off of this truck, by the look of it. I mean, it's a Chevy, but that's all I can guess.
I wonder what those are.
What are?
Those little cylinder things.
I don't know. How on earth did they get this stuff up here? There's got to be an easier way of climbing up here than we did. Lincoln, Audi, Mark Z. Oh, we're in Ford Village. Oh, that's how they did it.
Huh. Did we do it the hard way?
Yeah, we did it the hard way. I was like, how on earth they get this thing packed in? Oh. Air-cooled Beetle.
Oh.
See, they would take one of these. You remember that little yellow car, the kit car?
Yes.
They'd take the body off of one of these and then put that kit car or that body down on the chassis for this. Because you can unbolt that body right from the chassis. Those things are cool. That's an early one too, I think. I'm not sure about that. Yep, that's an early one. Those things are money to the right people. Check this out. Here's a project. It's a little Triumph. I don't know why, but I like these things.
Yeah.
Again, I know nothing about them, but I like them. This might be a Fiat. I think this one's a Fiat. I think.
It almost looks like a go-kart. It reminds me of a cute little frog almost.
Yeah, this is actually more in line with what I had kind of intended for you. Something like this, not necessarily this, but I was thinking like a little Fiat 500 if we could find one, or you know, just something really dainty, really petite, and I thought you would absolutely get off on that.
I do like it.
Until I saw the way you reacted when I decided that Corvair was not worth trying to restore.
Yeah.
And that would be a hot rod project for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I saw your face, I was like, ooh, that hurt, why? When I claimed that thing and said that, you know, we're gonna build this my way, these Fusions are good looking, they got all the proportions right, except wrong wheel drive.
What's wrong wheel drive, is that?
It's front drive. I'm a dinosaur, as far as I'm concerned, everything should be manual and rear wheel drive, or all wheel drive. Okay, let's take the easy way. Do you wanna walk back out and see if there's any S10s out there that got stuff we want, or are you pretty good with just the seats, the gas pedal, and the throttle cable?
I don't know.
So I didn't see anything with the wheels that I was looking for. That doesn't mean they're not here. You want to take another lap around, see if we can see something we didn't?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay, so this is the seat, kind of tall for the car.
Up in there. So we enjoyed our trip to the Boneyard, and we were really happy with the seats. I'm still happy with them, but yeah, we just don't think they're gonna work in this car.
Yeah.
With this application for what we're trying to do. Nice as they are, We're gonna look for something a little smaller.
I'll have to show you guys a close-up shot of what else we got in the car. The gas pedal and what was the other thing called?
The throttle cable.
Yeah. Or do you think those are gonna be okay in the car? The gas pedal and...
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll just have to find some pads for the brake and clutch that kind of resemble or do something different with the gas pedal to make it look like it all is actually a set. We'll figure that out when we get there. Right now we're just shooting for function.
Well, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please give us a like and subscribe.
Don't forget to look us up on Facebook.
Other than that, I hope you guys have a good weekend and week whenever you're watching. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Ooh, oof. Ooh. Ooh, gorgeous. Oh my gosh.